Welcome back to Cityline. Well, we are in my kitchen, so it is time to talk about food. And when I think about food in Tacoma, my mind goes right to the farmers markets. So please join me in welcoming Stacy Carkonen. She is the Point Ruston Public Market Manager and previous Executive Director of the Farmers Market on Broadway. Is that right, Stacy?
Yep, the Tacoma Farmers Market. So the Broadway, Ruston, and East Side were our farmers markets. Yep.
Well, welcome to Cityline, my dear. It's so great to have you on.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to talk about the new public market and a bit about our Point Ruston Farmers Market.
Yes. So I cannot believe it. Sometimes Tacoma just can't get any better, and then it does. So we have featured with Broadway and East Side Farmers Market. Tell us a little bit about the farmers market, the Ruston's Farmers Market out in the front that's open on Sundays.
Okay, I can talk a little bit about that. That market's been running now, it's in its fourth year at Point Ruston. Every year that market grows. It saw some challenges with COVID. All farmers markets across the state really saw a lot of challenges. And so one of the things that we did with the farmers market is we brought it up to the public market so that they would have entrances and exits that they could monitor so that they would be within those requirements from the health department. Bringing it up there was always our idea, to bring it with the public market. It has been awesome. The vendors are great. They're there every Sunday from 10 to 3, right outside of the public market.
Oh, boy, that is fabulous. I was on Facebook 2 days ago, and I saw a beautiful picture of the Point Ruston Public Market. And I can't believe I didn't know it wasn't there. It is stunning. So it's brand new. Stacy, tell us about it.
Well, I'm super excited about it. And you're right, like as it's been coming together, it's been the last 2.5 years that it's been getting built. Seeing it take shape, watching those hanging baskets come in, seeing the paint colors come on, you're right, it's extraordinary, it's beautiful. We are now open. We've been open for the last 3 weeks. But how we're opening up, and a lot of this is COVID, just putting things behind, is that our center section, which we call our grand atrium, we have high ceilings, beautiful fans up there. That is open with small day stall rentals and year-long leases. And then we have an anchor tenant called Owens Meats. And if you don't know them, they're a 125-year-old family-owned full-service butcher shop from Cleellum. And so they've come over. No, it is extraordinary. The quality of the meat they have is amazing. And then complemented by those center stalls. It will be year-round, indoor, about 30,000 square feet with between 35 and 40 vendors when we're all complete. Grocery store, restaurants, coffee shops, you name it, it's going to be in that market.
Wow. I mean, our viewers couldn't see my face when you mentioned Owens Meats, but I went, oh, it's just like, you got to be kidding me. That is incredible. Farmers markets, Stacy, thank goodness, are deemed essential. Can you describe to us how you are protecting both vendors and customers during this pandemic?
Yeah, that's been a really, really big deal. And so I've worked really closely with the Tacoma Farmers Market with Annika, and I have to say the job that they have done is amazing. They are under some really strict guidelines from the health department. And so what they're doing is making sure that they're following those guidelines. They have to, you have to check the number of people that are coming in. Folks can't touch any of the products when they come in. They have hand sanitizer available, and they're requiring masks as well for folks to come into the farmers market. And then on the public market side, we are the same thing. We are requiring folks wear masks, and we're really asking the community to help us with that. This isn't something that you maybe can do or not do. It is required. Even with health issues, you have to have a mask when you're inside. What we're doing is we're wiping down all of our high-touch surfaces regularly throughout the day. We're making sure that all of our vendors are wearing masks, that they are keeping protected. We have hand sanitizer all over the building. And what has been the best thing, I'd have to say, and I'm really pleased about, is I'd say 99.9% of the people walking into our building have a mask on. There's only a few folks that are walking in without them. Most of the time, I'll go up and I'll say, because we are monitoring, so I will go up and ask them, and it's often that they have them in their pocket. They've just forgotten. It's very easy, and they put them on. We've had a couple of people that you can tell they don't want to, but then we do just ask them to leave, because our priority is to protect the shoppers that are in that building that are in compliance, and we want to stay open and we want to stay safe. And so that's what we ask the customers. Just remember to bring that mask. It's not a big deal. Wear it while you're in there, and then you can take it off once you leave.
You and I were talking before we were on the air, and you even said that there are some vendors that actually have cloth masks that you can buy, which I think is genius.
Yes, yeah. So we have a couple of vendors on the inside at the public market, and then the farmers market, you can request one at their information booth, and they're just asking for a small donation. But yeah, there's lots of creative folks out there making masks, selling masks at both the market and the public market.
Well, I think it's wonderful because it ties into contact tracing. And as soon as we all become compliant, the sooner we can come back together.
Yes, agreed.
Speaking of coming together, CHI Franciscan, everybody knows them, everybody uses them. I've heard that they are a part of the market. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I think this is a really exciting partnership with the public market at Point Ruston. So CHI Franciscan is our sponsor for not only our demo kitchen, which will be downstairs, and we'll be doing small demos throughout the day. I know, so exciting. We're going to be using that fresh food that's there, folks that are in there, bringing in restaurant owners, like having them do those demos downstairs. So they've sponsored that downstairs demo kitchen, but then upstairs in the public market is this beautiful public seating area, views of the water, and then up there is a full-on teaching kitchen. It is beautiful and extraordinary. CHI Franciscan will be able to come in and do healthy eating, healthy living trainings in there, and we will also be able to use it with local chefs to come up and do classes. I'm thinking also crafters could use that to teach classes. It's beautiful, and it's really all thanks to them and their vision and their passion for healthy living and healthy eating, and their passion for our community, I would say.
Oh, I had no idea you had that, and the foodie in me is jumping up and down. Oh my gosh, I can think of the Derek Brays, the Hudson Slater, Tom Malley, Chris Blondin, RMA. When the word gets out, you are going to have the best chefs lined up to get into that kitchen. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And again, I want to thank CHI. It was really their vision to do this. And so we're really excited about that. And yes, highlighting we have such extraordinary chefs and food makers in this community that is going to be really fun to have them be a part of this market.
So this is kind of like asking a parent who's the favorite child, and they say, well, all of you are, so you can't answer with that, Stacy, but are there any businesses that you're looking for or looking at in particular?
Oh, yeah. So it's been really interesting. I think for a lot of businesses, we just have to understand that this is a very difficult time. So to imagine them coming in and signing a lease or jumping in is a bit scary for folks. So we've really been putting that word out there that we are looking for folks, because it's also a time that lots of businesses are pivoting. They're looking for that next opportunity and someplace where they can come and have a successful business. And I would say that is going to be Point Ruston. And so if you're a business looking, and particularly what we're looking for right now is bakeries and bakers. This has always been a struggle in Tacoma. I know people are shocked by it, but finding good bread bakers, finding good bakeries to come into Tacoma has not been easy. And so we're really looking for that. So if there's a baker out there with a great business model and a plan and wants to come in, we're also looking for fresh seafood. Right now we have Fathom Seafood. They're coming in on the weekends doing fresh crab, lobster, clams, and oysters. But they're on a part-time basis right now. We hope they come in and join us full time, but we're looking for that to have a seafood counter that we can have in there all the time at our public market. The businesses I have right now that I'm really excited about, though, is we have a grocery store coming in. It'll be a small general store. It will focus on beer, wine, and spirits, a growler bar, a full-service deli. And so if you live at the Point Ruston campus or near there, you're going to be able to go there. You never have to leave. You can just walk right in, get everything you need for your apartment, for your condo, never have to leave the campus. So we're really excited about that. And Fardale Farms is going to be our produce vendor. So they're a farmer that I've known from our farmers markets for years, and they're going to bring their tree fruit in, but also supplement with vegetables. So they'll be our produce vendor. So we just have some really wonderful folks in. As I mentioned before, Purple Peacock is coming in. She's a vendor down there. Love Laura, who just has beautiful body products. We have, oh gosh, olive oil in there right now. So we're still looking for folks to come in, but we have a good lineup if you want to come check us out.
Oh, well, what it makes me think of, Stacy, makes me think of I could walk through there and I could prepare dinner. So you and I are going to do this virtually right now. Yes. So take me through the market and tell me what you're going to recommend that I buy for my wife, Laura, and I for dinner tonight.
Okay, well, I'm first going to start with something that's kind of interesting and folks may not know, is that the public market and the farmers market, although we're similar, there are some differences. So a farmers market is under certain regulations from the Washington State Farmers Market Association. We aren't under those, so we can bring in more things than you can bring in a farmers market. For example, so I'm going to start out with, they would not be able to bring in Purple Peacock, who buys her things from Bolly's and bring them in. So I would say the first thing you'd want to do is maybe visit her stall, buy a beautiful bowl, maybe a new tablecloth, maybe some new tongs for that salad bowl. Her stuff is extraordinary. And then I would definitely send you over to Owen's Meats. Check out their meat counter is unbelievable. You can get everything there from cured meats, smoked meats, anything you're looking for. And then if you want to do a little surf and turf, you'd head right over to Fathom Seafood, maybe grab some clams or a lobster, and then head over to Fardale Farms and get, you know, potatoes, your lettuce, your onions, things that you want. And then I would do a fresh salad for my dessert with maybe a little watermelon, mint, and feta cheese with a small drizzle of honey. And that would be my dessert for you. So
okay.
How's that sound?
What time does dinner start, Stacy?
I hope that sounds delicious.
It sounds wonderful. Stacy, I cannot thank you enough for being such the beautiful breath of fresh air that you are, and for being such a beautiful ambassador for the markets, in all markets, because we want to give back to our community and keep our small businesses going. So thank you so very much for being here today. And when I come down to that market, I'm going to be yelling, "Where is Stacy? She needs to pick out food for me."
Well, let me tell you, I haven't told you yet, our hours. So when you come and look for me, we're open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7 p.m. And on Sundays, we're open 10 to 6 with the farmers market. So I encourage everybody to come down. Yes, come down, yell my name, find me. I will take you around that market and help you shop for dinner.
All right, it's a date. Stacy, thank you so much. Put your sunscreen on and stay safe.
Thank you, you too.
All right.
See you at the market.
That's right. We have much more to come on Cityline, so don't go away. We'll be right back.